Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 65 of Red Dirt and Stardust, a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition science fantasy western and pirate campaign. So, where last we left off, the group had arrived back in Drake's Ridge to find quite a few things had changed. Some more work was done on the water tower, some more people had moved in, as well as the Lamia that they had met on the pirate ship had started a public library. Um, Zelda, the succubus, is now fully revealed after Father Hale accused her of being a demon and exposed her. However, it seems the people took her side instead. It seems that there is a new priest coming around named Sister Igraine who is preaching in the street and taking all of Father Hale's congregation. You all came back, found that the bar was being turned into a karaoke bar with Karaoke Bear and the Forest Bunch. And you all definitely had a 45-minute dance sequence where you all did karaoke. Um,
Crushed it.
Chauncey's, oh my God, I forgot her name. Vera gifted the town with a parade automata, having to do some brief swaps to make sure that it said the name of the town correctly. Um, And she spent some time saying goodbye to Hortensia and everybody else that was in the blacksmith's shop. Additionally, Chauncey got a visit from a Mr. Green, a satyr from the Feywild, who was very interested in mundane clothing and was willing to make a trade of fantastical fabrics made of impossible materials in exchange for dresses for the lords and ladies of the fairy courts to wear things like cottons and linens, silks and satins, mundane fabrics. And a deal was made. And so we are going to start back that afternoon. Actually, we're going to start rewind a little bit, all the way back to Amarillo, because we have some stuff to deal with. As you all are leaving to get on Vera's dirigible, Jed, your brother, Jonathan, as you all are leaving, asks, "Can I speak with Jed privately?"
Um, yeah, I'll catch up with you guys.
Of course, everyone leaves the walking shop. Um,
Let's turn around very awkwardly. Look at
yes,
him. Like, it's probably an awkward moment of silence before either of us talk.
yeah, it there definitely is before he pulls out um a small book that you would instantly recognize as a prayer book with prayers to O, and he hands it to you. Look, I know you aren't the religious type, but
That's an understatement.
I wanted you to have it because it's the last thing that I have from Dad. I've
I
made
think
peace with my grief, but I know you're still broken up about it. And I thought it might be a nice thing for you to have, even if you won't use it for its intended purpose.
I think it's very obvious that Jed was about to say something snarky and like be like,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, so you think I need you think I need like," but then he stops talking. He's like, "This is Dad's."
I guess it was a way of hiding what he was doing for appearances, but he certainly used it, at least publicly. Always had it on him, always carried it around. Sometimes he'd let me use it. I think that was the inspiration for me joining the Knights of O, or at least part of the inspiration. But I have no need of it now. And I think you would need it a little more than I do. If only to have Dead close still.
And Jed will take the book, um, and he feels a little bit slighted, being like, "Oh, so you think I need it? You think I'm like I'm a sinner or whatever?" Like, but he doesn't say anything, and just look at John, like leaf through the book a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
You will notice there are some pages that, while this seems to be a well-used book, it's clearly been flipped through and prayed over multiple times. The paper kind of not quite sitting flat anymore, obviously warped with the oil of people's fingers and things like that. There are a few pages that show things like illustrations of wedding ceremonies and vessels of holy water and sort of drawings of people robed in sort of dedication ceremonies and things like that, that seem to be almost entirely untouched somehow, untouched by fingers, untouched by oils, time. It's a little bit strange. Um,
okay,
you do get a little bit of a sense that they are a tiny bit magical, perhaps.
cool. I'll look at Jonathan and like, well, thanks at the very least for just giving me something of Dad's, I guess. I know you two were close,
We were,
and I
and
never really got to know him.
and I wish you did.
How how can you? I mean, I wasn't even conscious when everything happened. I was barely alive. How are you able to let go of all of that? You were there. You hated me for a long time.
Part of me still does, but I'm working on that. It takes a long time to heal. You break a bone in an instant and it takes months to heal. It's a similar thing with everything. A breakup, a death. Sometimes you never truly heal, but we all have to move on. Dad would want us to live our lives, find something that means something to us. And I think I'm finally starting to get the handle on it.
Well, I'm glad you've been able to find O or whatever,
It's
but
not about finding O, it's about finding peace.
I don't think that's possible for me.
And maybe it isn't, but it doesn't mean you can't try.
I'm finding my own kind of peace. The kind of peace that can't happen while Father Hale still breathes, while Caleb is still with those assholes, and while that town is still on the map.
I figured it would be something like that. I've made my, at least made most of my peace with you and your choices, but I still have a job to do. And if that gets in the way, I will most likely have to stop you, not because I hate you, but because I don't want you to hurt yourself. And sometimes things like vengeance have a way of turning themselves on you.
I, I think there was definitely a time where Jed would smack talk back there, but I think he's finally kind of starting to see like he saw the other warlocks and like what happened to them. So he's like,
Yeah,
maybe
and
this
to think there's
can,
others.
maybe this can hurt me also.
This is only two of the five. You don't know what happened to the others.
um, so I don't think he says anything, but I'll just like kind of tap him with the book, and start walking past him.
Your brother very clearly like gives a nod and just safe travels.
You too. Check in with mom sometime. She misses you.
I certainly will. And then we are going to fast forward to the point on the dirigible where Chauncey pulls Jed aside.
If
I
I
think
unmute it.
Jed would normally be in like a dark corner of the dirigible, like
Oh,
doing his creepy shenanigans.
this
But I
is
think
the problem with the dirigible is there's no personal private space other than the one
okay.
hold,
There
which is
isn't.
So
where
it's
I'd
very
like
much
to.
like
It is the
a
hold, and then there's like a
it's
tiny
like a
section
Hindenburg situation where there's just like a
Yes.
tiny itty bitty little carriage.
Yeah.
on top of the big balloon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Underneath
But
the big balloon. Yeah,
So
this
I'm just sitting in there like such an inefficient way to get anywhere.
yeah, I think I
Like,
established that the part where you all would be sitting in, the kind of part with the big open windows and the cockpit where you see, I think since it's probably during the day, Amethyst would be steering, kind of kicking her legs and
yeah.
humming.
Just
Um,
looking out the window, like I don't understand anything about engineering or like air sciences, but like there's gotta be a better way. There's just gotta.
I mean, there's can I talk to you down? Chauncey
Down
motions
five
to
feet
like
that way.
5 feet that way. In the hold, Jed, where we kept the witch that we got rid of some amount of time ago.
oh, yes, this is after you all
This is
dumped the
after we got
witch
rid of
off
the
with
witch.
Chauncey's
Yeah.
brother. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, Chauncey.
So
Let's
the
go
hold
talk
is
in the witch
empty.
hold.
I will say the hold is not quite tall enough for you all to stand fully up in, so
Just
you're
in there,
kind of like
like
this in the hold.
this is very romantic, Chauncey. I have a light spell cast. I'm assuming it's like a closed door with darkness in here. Like,
I mean, if you want to close the trap door, you certainly can. It's just a trap door.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to stop sound from carrying, so we should probably do that, but I don't know. Sit down. We can.
I am sitting.
Oh, okay. Ow. Oh, my head. Yeah. So
You're
Chauncey's
taller
gonna.
than me. What are you doing?
You're taller than me.
I
Wait,
thought Chauncey was taller than Jed.
no,
I
Jed's
think
taller than
I
Chauncey.
thought
I
Chauncey
forget.
was taller than Jed.
Wait, how tall is Jed?
Average. She's like 5'10".
Okay,
Like,
then they're the same fucking height because Chauncey's is 5'10", 5'11". But so yeah, whatever. Sit down, whatever. And he's like, I just we haven't had a moment without like the entire circus upstairs in a few days.
you want to fuck here?
No, no. Chauncey pauses for a minute. And he's like, I mean, no, 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 no,
Wait,
no.
Mile High Club.
Chauncey and Jed
It's
inventing
gotta
the
be
Mile
less
High
than a
Club.
mile. It's gotta be less than a mile. Like,
I want to talk. We're another day and we're in Drake's Ridge and we haven't exactly, you can't really hop into my head
yeah,
anymore.
gotta put my face on there.
Yeah, and I just wanted to when we get back there,
I can still talk in your head there.
the last time you tried reading my mind, you got bitch slapped out of it by a witch ghost.
I did forget that.
So I don't even know if that's safe to do anymore.
It can't be that bad.
Coming
what's
out of the
gunpowder god?
darkness is the shadowy face of the witch with her hat on and her feathery cloak. Probably no. And then back into the darkness.
Wait, does she
Well,
even
only
see?
Chauncey sees
Yeah.
this. Only Chauncey sees this because this is entirely in Chauncey's head.
She doesn't think that's a good idea, Jed. But I
That's
just wanted to.
concerning. It's concerning. I know I'm normally the one who like does that, but on the other end now I get it. Like,
I wanted a minute alone with you. And Chauncey reaches up and just like cradles the side of Jed's face with one hand, and he's like, I don't know. I just I thought we'd have more time. I thought,
It was like several weeks, Chauncey. Like, not that
um,
I had a great time with you. We definitely our relationship definitely kind of took a turn there for the better at some point, but
yeah, but when we get back to town, I have to start acting like I barely tolerate you again. And that's gonna suck.
yeah.
Look, I know that things are complicated and messy and confusing right now, but moments like this, things just feel simple and clean. And if I could turn back time and find a way,
Suddenly, there's a boat full
Um,
of Navy men behind you. In the dark with the spotlights on.
yeah. Jedidiah doesn't pick up on any of those references, and and just kind of like very tenderly looks at you. Um, it's just it's not forever, Chauncey, and it's
if
just
I
while we're in town.
if I try acting the way I'd want to act, I'm gonna blow your cover. So I'm going to have to you have to come to me, okay? If you need me, call me.
You gotta stop.
No matter where you are, no matter how far.
um, and Jedidiah will be like, yeah, Al, you can have some nighttime visitations.
I mean, I'll help you, Jed. It doesn't have to all be about nighttime visitations.
You are gonna help me? You know, you know what I'm doing, Chauncey. You already, you already have enough rattling around in your brain about the last time you uh took care of a town.
Chauncey kind of just shakes his head and he's like, I don't, you don't need to tell me specifics, but if you're going to put yourself in danger, I don't want you to do it alone. I know that you're used to, I know that you've been on your own for years at this point and that this is all relatively fresh for you, but I don't want you to be alone anymore.
Jed will pull Chauncey into a kiss.
And we will fade to black.
They're definitely gonna think we're fucking in here.
I mean, it's better they think we're fucking than.
We for sure think you're fucking in there. There's no way we don't.
Hmm.
All right. So now we start back. This is going to be probably about maybe an hour after you had your encounter with Mr. Green, Chauncey. A courier comes to the door and knocks on the door of the general store. All right, delivery for Chauncey Og
Uh,
and
oh,
company.
I don't have a company, but hello. What's? Do I sign?
No, just here you go. And here's for the general store, and he pulls out letters for the general store addressed to Des.
Okay, Dez's mail. What's in Chauncey's mail?
It seems to be a package. It is, let me look at the exact dimensions in a special book. Don't mind me. It is, if I can get to the dang thing fast enough. Uh, it's a foot long. It's a foot long, It is 6 inches wide and 6 inches tall. Uh, it feels like putting your hands on the package. It seems to be a wooden box.
Oh, what's
The
in the box?
I will say it is actually so yeah, you unwrap it and there is a little tiny envelope sitting on top of a wooden box. This wooden box seems to have sort of swirling clouds carved into it, as well as what appears to be on the top a sort of cameo-like carving of a clipper ship. And on top of that box is an envelope that seems to be addressed to you and company from Toshiko.
Hmm. Hell yeah, girl. Did she send us some illegal emeralds? What's in? I'll read her. I'll read her note first. What does it say?
So it is a letter that essentially says that Tusky is probably going to be moving operations, which means he might not be on Gold Rush anymore. He might have to move to another plate with his illegal operations. And knowing how much you have used his service and how much benefit it has brought, she wanted to give not quite a parting gift, but a sort of thank you for all of the service you have provided. Um, and she describes what the box does. It is a folding boat. So I can read I should have kept it open, but I didn't because I'm a dumbass.
That's so
Um,
exciting. I'm so excited.
So the folding boat, it can be opened to store items, the box, I should say. The item has 3 command words, each requiring you to use an action to speak. One command word causes the box to unfold into a boat 10 feet long, 4 feet wide, and 2 feet deep. The boat has 1 pair of oars, an anchor, a mast, and a lateen sail. I'm not quite sure what that is. I'm assuming it's a triangular one, and as opposed to a square one, but I could be wrong. The second command causes the box to unfold into a 24-foot long ship, 8 feet wide and 6 feet deep. I should say the littler boat holds 4 medium creatures comfortably. The bigger boat has a deck, rowing seats, 5 sets of oar, a steering oar, an anchor, a deck cabin, and a mast with a square sail. And the ship can hold 15 medium creatures comfortably. When the box becomes a vessel, its weight becomes that of a normal vessel its size, and anything that was stored in the box remains in the boat. The third command causes the folding boat to fold back into the box, provided there are no creatures on board. Any objects that are in the vessel that can't fit inside the box remain outside the box as it folds. Any objects in the vessel that can fit into the box do so. So the box is not technically an extra dimensional space in regards to storing items. Anything that would logically fit inside a box that is a foot long, 6 inches wide, and 6 inches tall would fit into the box. It's just the boat is the thing that comes out of the extra dimensional space, not the items.
I got a boat Bakugan.
Basically, yes. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it in my bag. Whenever we need a boat, we got a boat now.
Yep.
I'll just be like, oh, thanks, Toshiko. A lot
Yeah,
of
Miss Oki.
I guess I should tell everybody about the boat that we have if we need a boat. The next time I see them all, because we're all in different houses at this point. What time of day is it?
I would say that this is probably the afternoon, maybe around 4 p.m.
Okay, and it's not like karaoke night where we have plans to meet up, right?
No, yesterday was karaoke night.
Okay.
I think like every night you could probably find at least me and Lyla at the inn tavern.
The Salty Spittoon.
Yeah,
I mean,
that.
she lived there, so
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel
Lyla
like
does live there.
I currently
Chaun
live on Your
Where does Shaw
cousin's
live?
property? I live in a tower on Lila's cousin's property right now.
Right.
And then we
Yeah.
have RP'd like running back, becoming Marcus, and like
I give the deed to my land to this man.
Allowing me to stay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll
It's
just say
hi,
that
Marcus.
happened.
Been 5 years since we've seen you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, Chauncey's probably not gonna go to the tavern every night. He might like when social pressure arises or when someone comes around, but some nights he's gonna stay in, I think, because he's got work to do.
Mhm.
Because he's gonna go upstairs and he's gonna start attempting to create a life-size drawing of Jed and all of his tattoos. Because I want to know what those
Wow.
tattoos say.
I will say,
Fan behavior.
Yeah.
the public library does eventually
Has
open.
an image of my body in it.
No. The public library eventually opens, Chauncey. It
Yeah.
is not the most organized thing. Most of the books are still basically kind of like stacked in stacks on top of tables. They don't have a separate building yet. They don't have bookshelves yet, but they do have them mostly organized. And you probably at some point went to check it out to see if they had any books on Celestial. And surprisingly, they do.
Hell
However,
yeah.
searching through the books that are there, another book catches your eye. It's a very old looking book, possibly even printed before the apocalypse, which those books are rare because most people didn't pack their books when they fled. So this book surviving is surprising. And it's called The Compendium of Flying Cities. It
Okay.
is written in a very old form of common and seems to have detailed explanations of a variety of cities that existed in the old world, that were attached in some way to unconventional methods of flying, such as being on the back of a turtle or um, having a helicopter attached to it, essentially, a big spinning, rotating blade. One of them mentions giant technology and how humans at one point replicated it in something called, let me check the exact terminology. I wrote it down in my notes and then didn't flip to it again because I'm an intelligent person. A Oh my God, where did it go? I will correct it if I need to, but a mythalar, which
Okay.
appears to be similar to the giants method, a large contraption, a globe specifically held up by a beautiful stand that can cause the city to float. It can also control the weather.
Hell yeah.
And that is the thing that catches your eye in that book. But now you have a book of the Celestial language, which means your plan to learn Celestial as a language can now go into effect.
Yeah, so I'm going to be studying that. I'm also going to try to literally transcribe Jed's tattoos because I traced them for him at one point, and I've seen him naked a bunch at this point.
Of
So,
course.
like, I want to. Chauncey's got a few little side projects during the downtime area. He's teaching himself Celestial, and he's translating Jed's contract. He's also going to make a few things with infusions and do a few, like, if anybody else wants to do things with him, feel free, hit me up. But
Right.
like, I know my downtime activities for our
Right.
downtime stretch.
So I'm going to say we get to almost the end of the week, probably Friday. Is there anything else that people are doing between Wednesday and Friday? I'm going to say that.
Yeah. So just want to drop this off there. If I haven't specified what else I'm doing at night, it's me, that jug, and I'm making wine.
Me and that jug.
Just
Love
gonna
it.
be me and that jug. I'm just making wine, man. I don't have to sleep. I can just sit here bottling. I don't know. Guess I need bottles or something. But
Yeah,
so
you would need bottles.
the thing is, I looked at the spell. It only requires 100 gold of wine. As long as I have a high enough volume of wine, even if it's cheap, if it's worth 100 gold, it works. So I'm just gonna stay up all night bottling wine.
Oh God, do you have to drink it all, or does it just
No.
magically consume it?
Nope, the spell magically consumes it.
Cool.
Each person only has to drink a cup.
Okay, cool, because this probably is like cheapo boxed wine that's
Oh yeah.
like
Oh yeah,
We
this is
established
five
we
silver.
hammer
Everybody,
quantity
everybody just
over
has like
quality.
a giant gallon jug of Sutter Home
Yeah,
table
we're
wine.
doing-
Take one little swig and then the rest vanishes.
We're doing like 100 gallons of Franzia, all right?
Yeah,
Like-
exactly.
Delicious.
Okay, wait.
Literally
so
walking around with a tankard, like one of those office water bottle cooler things,
Oh,
full
God.
of wine.
Listen, we're a Franzia family, and we just have to accept that's what we are.
I will say,
Oh
I
my
think
God.
wouldn't rosé or sparkling rosé technically count as wine enough that maybe you could get some off your brother Abner if you absolutely had to, so that you're not
If
lugging
we want to
around
take a trip
literally
back to
100
Creator's
pounds?
Hollow,
If you're not,
I can. So yeah, I just was double checking it. It can make a gallon of wine.
a day.
Yeah, the maximum amount is a gallon of wine, which is weird.
Yeah,
'cause it
this
can-
is
you can pour
cheapo,
2 gallons in.
5 silver.
Yeah. So I can make a gallon of wine every night. I'm making a fucking gallon of wine. And wait, can I quote you on 5 silver a gallon? 'Cause
I think it
Like,
wouldn't be 5 silver a gallon. It would
I do
technically
need a
be
number.
5 silver a bottle of this shit. So I don't know how many wine bottles go into a gallon,
I'm gonna do the math.
but it's 5 silver a bottle of wine. So
A
however
gallon-
many
well,
gallons you need.
A wine bottle is 750 milliliters. That's a liter and a half, which is approximately a quart and a half. There's 4
Love
quarts
how
in a
you just
gallon.
know that.
So 4 days, you'll have
I'll make a
2
gallon
gold of
in
wine.
It's
Well,
literally
4 days.
basic
I'll have-
measurements. If you've ever baked or cooked.
It can make. So wait, what is it? A gallon
I don't
is
know how much is in a bottle of wine.
750 milliliters. Come on, that's easy.
I mean, different bottles
Like
of
a big
wine are
gulp.
different sizes, though.
Yeah.
Also,
it's-
this is a
that's
cheap,
the
shitty
standard,
boxed
though.
wine,
Yeah.
so I don't know if that's gonna have that
Yeah.
many milliliters in it.
So
Do you need
yeah,
a drum of
we can make
wine?
we can make roughly 4 bottles of wine a night. Yeah,
Do you need a pallet of wine?
and so they're worth 5 silver a piece.
Yes,
So that's
2
2 gold
gold
of wine
of
per
wine a
night.
night, which means you need to do this for 50 nights,
I'm game.
which
Or
means
makes it
you have
cheaper for when you go buy
25
stuff.
gallons.
I mean, we can also mix
Of
and match,
wine.
right? Like I can
Yeah.
use some of this wine. I can go buy some other wine, right?
I'm gonna send a text to Abner. Like, Abner, send wine.
Yeah. Emergency.
It sounds like you're going to be lugging around for one singular casting of Fairy Toast, lugging around 25 gallons of wine.
I got a bag of holding.
Yeah. I was like, 1 sec, y'all. Clank, clank. Just dumps it out.
Oh my God.
It's the wine bag. It
Pulls
solely
out a
exists to
cap.
contain wine.
At that point,
Also,
you should
Lila's
literally
5'6", and she's
just
a tiny little Asian girl.
open-
So just
open the bag of holding and just pour the wine directly into the bag of holding.
You open
Just
the
hold
bag
it-
and just
just hold it
dip your
under the
cup in the
spout.
bag.
We're such a petite little party.
I do-
okay, yeah. So that's Lila's plans. We are doing winemaking
Cool.
on the cheap. We are also, I don't know, probably entertaining people at the bar thing.
Yeah, you
karaoke,
still have your
whatever.
show.
Yeah.
You still have your nightly show. It's just
I mean-
Tuesdays it gets taken over by karaoke.
And-
so
and-
either you don't have it or it's a later show.
And if I don't know, if there's any gentlemen who happen to be traveling through,
Can I little roll for fuck?
care for a
Oh wait,
evening companion.
please, someone else in the party roll for fuck.
I mean, that's kind of what.
No, she should have to roll. She should like roll charisma or something to see how many people she can seduce to like pay her.
True.
I get,
Him
yeah.
with like something like that. I don't know. We don't have to do it now if this is only like 2 days. If we want to do like the 4 weeks or something,
But
like
we can do
whatever.
it by the 4 weeks. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I adore how we have like 50K gold each, and you're still turning
We're still
tricks at the
penny and
tavern.
diming.
Is,
Like,
Well,
I have a question. Is Marcus hot?
I mean, well,
doesn't he
he's-
look like you?
let me.
I mean, not you. Look like Lyla.
I will read you his description. Hang on. Marcus Ackerman, wood elf, lawful good, 5'10", 185 pounds, 34 years old, unusually muscled and sun darkened, his skin just starting to sprinkle around his brown eyes. Crinkle. Sorry. Marcus earned his appearance ranching cattle on Amarillo with his best friend Drakios the Centaur, something about great grandmothers, cropped short auburn hair, and can often be found in a simple set of leather armor.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
fuck him.
he's
Yeah.
yeah, I'd fuck him. Yeah, he's like not leathery, but like that tan, like
Yeah.
ranch tan.
Like he's
like,
gonna be leathery.
yeah,
He's not there yet.
but not yet. We're
He's
still
still got a
cooking.
few years before he fully raisins.
He's
Oh,
still,
God.
still bacon.
Unlike some of the girls I went to high school with,
Oh,
Fry themselves.
yeah.
the over
Right
tanners.
up.
Wait, so we have 4 weeks of downtime we're going into?
Yeah, we have so
Yes,
much downtime. Yeah.
Wait,
like I have shit planned.
Yes,
do not
I
think
have
I'm just gonna sit
shenanigans
here.
to get up to.
So wait.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Oh,
would
yeah,
say
I can. Yeah.
So
I
in a
will-
month, I can
I-
produce 60% of the wine that I need.
I might send out y'all might get like an invitation via Air Elemental to like a Sunday nightly tea at my tower.
Jed walks
that
in the door,
sounds fun.
drops the illusion. He's like, "Oh my god, I need this."
Yeah. So yeah,
I feel
there
like-
are 4 weeks of downtime, but that does not mean that I don't have bullshit.
Good,
I'm not going to
good.
sit
Oh, yeah,
here
yeah,
and
no,
be
you're
like,
Oh no, yeah.
yeah.
It's just Chauncey's got multiple side projects during
Yes,
the downtime of like
the
we're learning Celestial, we're translating the contract. I'm building energy trapping things for all this weird interdimensional energy around town because we're gonna harness that to build
Also,
other things.
Cool.
If I send one of my Air Elementals a message to Marcus to invite him over for tea one night, where does that Air Elemental end up?
I am assuming. Oh, okay, so I'm going to rule
It would
it.
have to find me, right?
Yeah. So unless I'm going to rule it, unless the identity is already of a person that exists, it will go to the person that created the identity.
Okay, cool.
So, like, if you're going to send a message to Virgil, because Virgil is a real person that exists, the message will go to Virgil,
No.
even if
Right.
you meet.
As we
dead.
saw with the Syndrome.
Okay.
But because
That-
Marcus isn't a real person that exists that you're copying, it would go, so it would appear in front of Lyla or Genevieve or Aiden or any of the other ones because you are the same person, just adopting different costumes.
We're severed people.
So on the day I send out my couriers inviting everyone to Sunday tea every week, you also get another one inviting Marcus over to
You
a
get
Saturday
two.
tea.
Awkward.
Does Shaw still think Marcus is a
shit.
different person?
He's never met Marcus. Shit.
Marcus
Wait, so
doesn't
who
really
showed
come
up?
out.
Who do I go with? What's
Lila's in the mirror, but what to wear?
Exactly. And that face, like one half is Marcus, one half is
Yeah.
Lyla. She's just
You should just like go to the bathroom and come back as the other person.
Just pull Mrs. Doubtfire. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait, does anybody have a pie? Or just
My god. Okay.
Okay,
So-
I have a shenanigan,
That
please.
was really
Yes. And then we'll probably
so-
move to the end of the week and the shenanigans that I have planned.
I have a new Eldritch invocation
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
called, where are you? Oh, of course I scrolled away from it.
Called
Hunter's Grimoire, which
book is that
allows
from?
me
something, because I'm not
It's
familiar with it.
I'm not
from
familiar with it either.
It should tell you the source in the
Yeah,
page.
at the bottom. maybe.
Hunter's Grimoire. I don't see that.
Uh-oh.
Isn't it right next to it, like with letters and a page number?
Should say.
HW.
HW.
T176.
T176. Oh, it's probably
Oh, it's Humblewood.
Humblewood.
Okay.
It's
Humblewood.
Humblewood.
Humblewood Tales, page 176.
Oh, okay. Humblewood Tail. Yes, okay. So
Humblewood
that's
Tales,
probably
page
going along with the
176.
Predator Warlock. So yeah,
Ah,
because that's the
yes,
new
that makes
Warlock from
sense.
there.
Chad's a
Oh, that's
predator.
true, because I took some Humblewood
Yeah.
shit too. I took the stars thing.
No.
What-
Wait a minute.
Mm.
Are we doing the wrong predator?
Anyway, so
It's a-
what does your
it-
new invocation do?
So it requires Pact of the Tome, which I have.
Uh-huh.
And I can get a piece of physical evidence from a creature, a drop of blood, strand of hair, feather, tooth, claw, nails, and perform a ritual that causes a new page in my Book of Shadows, which I guess I get a new tattoo.
Yes.
Where I learn a whole bunch of stuff about it, where it consumes the evidence, and as I get advantage on any intelligence checks about that creature. I automatically learn its creature type and alignment, any names or aliases it uses, its current distance and direction from me, any vulnerabilities or flaws it has, whether or not it's wounded, and whether or not it's suffering a condition, curse, or similar effect.
Got it.
Wait, so just
maybe.
real quick, one more time, you can grab a piece of a living creature
Its
and
blood, its hair,
and you
yeah.
can learn all this information about it?
Yes.
Through a
Oh.
ritual, which I'm assuming takes an amount of time.
Okay. So presumably
10
like,
minutes to do that ritual.
If they
yes.
left something behind.
And what is it called again?
Hunter's Grimoire.
Hunter's Grimoire.
The Jazz just gonna start collecting all her hair.
Creepy. Oh, yeah.
Grimoire.
You have little
Well, I can
lockets
only
together.
have one creature being tracked at a time, unfortunately.
So we're not gonna have another
yeah.
LARP moment where he's just carrying a fucking jar of teeth.
Teeth are the best thing you can cast animate objects on. I'm sorry.
And apparently also a delightful snack.
Yeah, they're delicious.
Thompson's
All right, well, I couldn't
teeth.
get it to
The
pull up
only
on the
teeth
internet,
strong
so...
enough to eat other teeth.
So who are you doing this on?
So I have two targets. The first one I would like to do is Birdie.
Okay.
Mm.
So let's run down the list.
So I would like to.
Birdie.
My other one is Father Hale.
Father Hale, of course.
So
Father
I
Hale's
want
probably going to
to
be boring, but Birdie might be interesting.
Wonderful. So I want to do Birdie first because I want to learn all her shit, but then I want to have my tracking on Father Hale just because I will forever know how far away and what direction he is from me.
Right. Okay. So run down those things that you learn again, one at a time, and I'll try and answer them.
So creature type and alignment.
So that's going to be Celestial and Neutral Good
Okay, for Birdie, I'm guessing.
for Birdie.
Cool. And I'm imagining I just like I would create like an unseen servant and like go into her room where I'm assuming there's like still some blood and stuff from her gross wings.
Yeah, there's probably like sheathing from the feathers that have fallen
Yeah.
onto the floor that you can
I'll
like
get
just
some of
yoink.
that nasty shit.
Cool. So yeah, Celestial and
Any
Neutral Good.
names or aliases?
None other than
Cool.
Birdie.
It's current distance and direction from me, which it doesn't seem to
She-
matter for her.
Right, you know exactly where
I would
she
probably be
is.
like in the room with her. I'd be like on her bed having a conversation. Be like, I'm here for quite a while now, Birdie. It's gonna be very nice to be home. And while I'm doing that, my unseen servant is like rummaging through her shit. Like,
Okay, yep. So you know exactly where she is.
yeah.
What are the other things?
Any vulnerabilities or flaws?
None.
Cool. Whether or not it's
Secret
wounded.
klepto or something.
That one would ping as she is deeply wounded.
Cool. And whether or not it's suffering from a condition, curse, or similar effects.
I will say she is suffering from something. There is some sort of hold on her full transformation. There is something
Cool.
inside of her that is keeping her from fully transforming into the angelic being that she clearly is.
I
And
think
it is emotional.
clocks that and holds on to it for now. He's going to try to find a way to use that. Um, and that's all for Hunter's
Cool.
Grimoire. Um,
Cool. And then Father Hale, it's just the real basic human stuff that you would assume.
cool. Is there anything of note there for any of
Not
those
really.
things? Cool. Then unless I tell you otherwise, I will constantly be tracking him forever.
Got it. Cool. All right. So, unless anybody has anything else, we will move to Friday. So, Friday morning, the air is a little bit different around here. There's almost like a hint of a sulfur smell in the air. I think Lyla would probably be the one to clock this. Coming into the saloon is Sheriff Bixby, of course, followed by Billy, his Goliath right hand. Um, as he as you give the wave, he kind of,
Billy.
yeah.
So charming as ever.
Yep. As not General, Jesus Christ, Sheriff Bixby takes a drink and he just kind of, hey, have you noticed anything weird going on? I have this weird feeling something's gonna happen.
Well, I was turned down twice tonight by a man who was easily 10 years older than I am, but other than that, nothing too strange.
Oh, well, I mean, it's a possibility he was gay, but whatever.
Well,
I'm,
I can work with that. That's not a problem. Anyway, why was you asking?
I don't know. I'm just feeling something a little strange. Something
Sure ain't
inside
gas?
me is, hmm,
Ain't gas? Oh, maybe need a little.
no, just a kind of foreboding feeling,
Mm.
like something's gonna happen.
You
Like the hairs on my neck are standing up.
you talk to the mayor about it?
Not yet. I was gonna finish my morning drink and then go over there and see if she knows anything.
Hmm. Reckon it's a better place to start than with me. What with her being a divination wizard and all. I mean, if you want your cards read, I can do that for you. But
Well, I just figured you talked to a lot of people around here. Maybe you heard something.
honey, what I do ain't talking much.
Well, you never know. People say a
Any
lot.
rate, if I hear anything that's more useful than the usual ramblings of my customers, then I'll be sure to let you know.
All right. And he kind of slams back whatever drink he's drinking, as does Billy, who kind of makes a face. It's very clear Billy is not the most adept at drinking alcohol. He seems more like a warm milk kind of guy. Um, but yeah, and they both kind of head off.
God damn, he's dumb, but those arms though.
Chauncey, as you are kind of milling about the general store, it's clear that Vera is about to leave as she kind of comes over. Oh, I just wanted to say my final goodbyes before I took my dirigible back over to Amarillo.
Oh, I'm. Oh, come here, come here. And Chauncey just, I feel
Of
like
course,
he might be manning his booth, but like there's also like, he's got sketchbooks in front of him, different bits and bobs of metal that he's tinkering with, and he just like, hops off of a work stool. You hear a creak in his back as he stretches. He's like, "Oh, I was crunched over for too long," and then he's gonna hug her. It was
you definitely feel something poke you. It's the junk in Vera's pocket. That she just has random bits of junk and they poke you through her clothing. Oh, sorry there. As you come back and there's like a gear stuck to your shirt. Oh, I'll
oh,
get that.
thank.
It wasn't Vera's dick.
Vera's trans confirmed. No.
Vera, is it a gear? Or are you happy to see me?
Nobody's poked me with pocket junk in days.
Oh my God. Anyway, well, I was just discussing with Hortensia and Delmas the possibility of setting up a Clock Tick Industries shop here at some point, maybe in the future.
Oh, Chauncey just like thinking about Jed's plan for the town, and he's like, that might be. But then again, he's also like, I'm trying to stop him from doing that in a way. I don't know. He doesn't say any of this out loud. He's like, it would be great having that'd be almost all of us back together in town.
Well, I don't think I'd be the one to run it.
Oh,
I think it would be Amethyst.
Amethyst!
I know, I know. And then she kind of leans in close. Please, there's only so much I can take. She needs somewhere else to go.
We're okay with Jed killing her.
If you kill Amethyst, I will never forgive you.
I mean, I could let Shawthorn know. I feel like he developed
Shaw
a
needs a new
strong
friend. He
rapport.
needs a friend in town.
That's good. Hopefully with the four of you, Hortensia, Delmas, and Shaw, I guess you can juggle between each other so she doesn't grate you down to a stub.
How did she pass her apprenticeship? I'm sorry. She's how?
Shockingly raw natural talent. She can make pots like no one's business, and the enchantments stick like crazy. I don't know how she does it. I haven't figured it out. I couldn't not take her.
Oh, okay. Fuck me, I guess, but that's great for her. I just spent years of my life studying. It's fine.
Well, raw talent can only take you so far. You have something I'm not sure Amethyst will ever have, and that's grit. So, if that's any consolation, Braz, I hope I didn't bruise your ego too much, but facts are facts.
It's fine. I mean, we can go ask the mayor if there's any plots of land that you could put a. Are you just leaving her here, or is she going back with you for now?
Oh no, she's coming back with me. We're gonna
Okay,
build
good.
the shop and drop it off. It'll be another one of those walking shops.
Oh, I was actually, and Chauncey's just like, he pulls out that book of like ancient moving city things. When I saw your shop's plan and read this book, I've been a little, I mean, there's a chart, and he pulls out a chart. He's like, I'm just wondering, anti-gravitational pull, how do you negotiate that between like the interplanar travel distance between plates when you're in the astral sea without, the entire thing collapsing in and crushing you into a fine goo?
Well, the astral sea is where dreamers go. Except now we can visit it physically because it's the only thing separating everything. So gravity kind of exists and doesn't.
That makes absolutely no sense, but thank you.
Such is a lot of things in the astral sea.
That is
Anyway,
fair. Shawthorn's. I wonder if he would know more about the astral sea. Or maybe the mayor. I'm sorry. Sorry, Vera.
that's all right. You were always incredibly bright, and these things happen to bright people. They get distracted very easily by interesting things.
Thank you.
Well, I should probably make sure that I can lift off. I'll be taking Amethyst with me, and it might be about 4 to 5 weeks before the shop comes in.
Wonderful. I'll let everybody know that Amethyst is going to be opening up a shop in town.
Yes, I'm sure many people will want pots of awakening. Anyway, I should probably get going. I have all of my safety checks to do. And she leaves.
Oh, here. And Chauncey's gonna he's gonna reach behind his counter and throw her a fucking coat. He's like, you need to wear something that can fit all that junk in your pocket without it stabbing other people.
Oh,
I sewed
yes.
3 extra pockets in on either side.
Ooh, you
And one
know
of them
how
is
much I like
enchanted with
my
a bag of
pocket.
holding. Yeah.
Ooh.
You can put all your junk in the. He's gonna make a coat that is a bag of holding, pretty much. It's like
Ooh,
you just gotta reach
yes.
in. Mm-hmm.
And she opens the pocket and then she just pulls out entire fistfuls of junk and starts shoving them into the pocket. It's like somehow 5. And then she takes off her shoe and dumps stuff from her shoe in there. And she pulls stuff out of her hair and then out of her breast pocket and then out of a back pocket. It's just fistfuls. It's almost like the comedy where thieves like take out like all of their weapons and it takes them like 5 minutes. She does that, but with junk. And then she puts
Somehow
on the
none of this.
jacket and kind of smooths it.
Mhm. Look,
I like this.
you look so dapper,
And she kind of gives a
professional.
little twirl.
Mhm.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for this parting gift. Hopefully, I'll be able to see you again soon.
Well, you know where I'm at, and Hortensia and Delmas.
Well, goodbye for now. And she leaves. Not 5 minutes later, Delmas bursts through the door of the general store, completely panting. Something is very wrong in the mines. And you feel the earth shake a little bit. In fact, everybody does. You all feel the earth shake a little bit. And the sulfur smell in the air begins to get stronger. Something took some of the miners and just snatched them out of the dark. The miners don't know what to do. They're fleeing. The Brigandocs are fleeing too, and those things work through anything. Not even cake could sway them. They were determined to get out of there. And it kind of gets like a 1,000-yard stare. One of the miners that was taken was Leroy. I know it doesn't matter to you, but it matters to me. And there are other miners in there that were taken by whatever is in there.
I'll go. Chauncey's just like, this man wants me to go get his nasty rat ass boyfriend, but Chauncey's also the kind of guy who's gonna do it. He's gonna be like, Delmas, I'm gonna go. I need to go get I guess, the adventuring party, the resident adventuring party of the town together. We'll go in the mines. Just give me. I need to go change into my armor and Lovey May, Lovey May is in the corner with like 3 different outfits on different parts of her body that Chauncey was sewing on the side because ADHD creative.
Right.
And he's like, just give me. Hopefully the rest of them are already getting in gear. I'll go get them. Just try to help anyone out of the mine that you can, and I'll go get everybody. Okay.
And he dashes out the door.
And
As you all are kind of making your way around town, assumedly as Chauncey comes and gathers you, you see the mountain is starting to smoke. A thick black smoke is beginning to rise off the summit of the mountain at the edge of town where the mine is. And you start to feel other shakes in the earth. And I'm going to assume Chauncey has gathered all of you and you all are heading to the mine at this moment.
Yes, but just real quick, like if Chauncey came to go get Lyla, like I mean, yeah, we don't have to do like super RP it, but like he probably we have to go, whatever. And so I just want Lyla to be like, honestly, I was really just looking forward to a day of rest. And after last night, I'm exhausted. But I'll see if I can have one of the others meet you there. And it'll be Marcus who shows up. Yeah.
I feel like this is also a point where Chauncey, when he shows up, like he's got a neck tattoo on one side, there's a tattoo on his hand, and they're not like Jed's tattoos that are all like these cool patterns. He looks like he's just a walking flash sheet.
No.
Like there's like a dove on his neck.
I made bad decisions.
There's like a heart shape on one hand, and there's probably a few more elsewhere. A teardrop, maybe not a teardrop on the side of his eye, but
no.
Jesus.
Reverend Buchanan is
Oh.
summoned, and he sees. I think this is the first time he's seen Chauncey with his new tats. And I'm just like,
Yep.
under my breath, like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah, honestly, Lyla probably has a similar reaction. Like, what are we?
You are. I like beam into your head. You are so not subtle.
oh, it's a new magic item I made. Here, and he pulls out a needle. Presumably, each night he's going to create 4 spell rot tattoos. So he's got 12 of them since it's been 3 days.
Oh, cool.
He gave himself 12 tattoos because you literally just put the needle on your skin and it automatically tattoos you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And
So
like
as you
they're
all-
like bad spells that you wouldn't want to spend spell slots for.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So anyway, once you all gather at the base of the mountain, there is a huge shake in the earth as there's an explosion off the top of the mountain. Lava begins to flow down the side of the mountain as it just begins belching smoke, and the earth gives another huge shake as people are
Did we know
screaming
that
and
was a
running.
volcano?
Well, yeah, a dragon was in it.
It could have just been a mountain.
Of course, it had to be a volcano.
I think we did establish at the very beginning that it was a volcano.
Cool.
And that's why the dragon moved in, that everybody slayed to start the town of Drake's Ridge. But anyway, so yeah, you all see, of course, people running. They're trying, you do see Delmas kind of shooing people out. You do see the 40 Briganox all making a run for it very slowly because they're tiny creatures. Just running. They're literally the size of mice with mouse tails and little pig noses as they're all running somewhere. You don't know where they're running. But everybody is making it as far away from the mines as possible. Hortensia's out there also starting to guide people. And yeah, that is the state that you find the mines in as you gather beneath the mountain.
Oh, Marcus, I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been?
Well, I was a heck of a lot better before all this ruckus started going on. What is all this mess?
What are the odds this is just a volcano thing and not a magic thing?
I don't think volcanoes snatch miners and Briganox and drag them deeper in.
Chauncey has a good point. Also, Jed, you're gonna hear in your head like, how much does Marcus know about everything?
Oh shit, have we not told you? Man, we gotta catch Shaw up, guys.
Something I missed.
I'll beam into Marcus's head. Do you want to be the one to tell Shaw that you're a package deal?
Nah, I think it's kind of more fun. Let him figure it out.
You're right.
Poor Shaw. God, okay.
I'll beam back into Shaw's head. You know, I'm not sure how much Marcus knows. We should be careful.
God damn it.
The shade.
I love that. I love that so much. Okay, cool.
Oh my
Just,
God.
just one eyebrow raises at this exchange. Like, no one's gonna. Okay.
We're just like
Nope.
staring at each other. I have to like whisper my words, but y'all can't hear them. So you see my mouth moving.
I reckon we better get in there.
Yeah,
before any
probably.
other
Yeah.
East miners go missing on us.
Also, we have 2 divination wizards in this town now, and neither of them saw this coming.
I see a million horrible things happen all day, every day. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey,
You know-
Shawthorn was planning this Sunday tea thing. That
Yeah, that's a
2 days.
big responsibility.
Oh, yes, Marcus, did you get my invitation for tomorrow night?
Oh yeah, I did. I did see that little critter come.
A plume
by.
of smoke shoots into the
Yeah.
air.
Oh, yeah, we should-
As the
we should
volcano
just-
continues
just take care of
erupting.
that.
Okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
say at this point there is a miner that kind of walking by kind of sees you like group of people that are very clearly heroes that are going to go into the mine and save people because
I'm holding my dad's holy book.
Yeah.
I was like, father, whatever, and Marcus
Yeah.
the
And he just kind of walks up to whoever's the closest and just grabs you and just the eyes,
Ew.
the giggling. They have claws. They took everyone.
Tell
Did you
us.
say giggling?
does
I'd
that
like to think he's grabbing Jed, and Jed like tries to look like he's like being reassuring and patting him, but he's actually pushing him off of his
he's
leg.
like, father, help us.
Please, you gotta help them. They took
Yeah,
so many
yeah,
people.
we will. Oh, don't worry. You owes blessings upon you.
Why did I
One of
not
the other
take
miners
all
luckily comes by and kind of
lotions?
grabs him and takes him away.
Let's
He
walk and
was
talk.
greasy.
He's in a mine. There's gonna be
Yeah,
oily
I
and
don't
greasy.
fuck miners, Chauncey.
I would hope not.
In both sense of the word.
Again, I would hope not.
Father, maybe we shouldn't as a company.
Oh my god. Okay,
Anyway.
wait. Above game, really quick. Chauncey, what the hell kind of armor enchantment shit do I have on now?
If you're wearing one that Chauncey enchanted, it should be +2 at this point because enhanced
A plus-
defense has gone up.
Okay, all right. Because I don't
Anyone-
think I can't customize armor to add that, so I just have to remember.
You have to get. You can go. There's in inventory. You can like get leather +2 or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I guess I could do that.
that's probably the
Yeah.
safest way.
Easiest way.
Mhm.
hmm
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I do like to think that so one of Chauncey's is definitely half of an entire limb is one of his tattoos now, because a 3rd level spell costs you half a limb, I
Mhm.
think.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was what, a hand or foot, half a limb, a whole limb.
Or your entire
Like a
fucking
torso.
torso is a 5th level spell, yeah.
So Jed is immune to magic tattoos.
You don't want any?
Where?
Where do they go?
My
Their
dick has
skin breaks.
tattoos on it.
I know, I've seen them up close. It's fine.
Them? My multiple dicks?
Tattoos on it.
Jed is secretly half shark.
Nom 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 nom.
Anyway.
nom, nom.
All right, let's get in there. Internally, Jed is like, this better not be Blacketh. I'm gonna be so mad if this is Blacketh.
Is what?
Blacketh? Isn't that the demon baby's name?
That lives in the mine.
Valak.
Whatever.
Valak.
Like,
Valak. I thought you were
Blacketh
talking about
is
Blacketh,
the Yankee Queen.
Yankee Queen. So that's why I was like,
Baldur's Gate on the
why the
mines.
hell would she be down there?
Yeah, Blacketh is just down there.
Surprise, you're fighting a lich. Anyway, at
Fun.
level 11.
No thanks. I'm gonna pass.
Yeah. All right. So you all head into the mine. There are still a few people that are running out of the mine. The heat in here is becoming somewhat oppressive. Definitely starting to sweat, definitely starting to feel it on your skin as you continue into the mine.
I think Jed likes it. I think he's into it.
Well, you have resistance,
I have resistance.
so yeah.
I'm a fire boy.
I think that technically means that you would have advantage on Constitution saving throws against exhaustion due to extreme heat. I think.
Cool.
I think that's mechanically how it works, but
Yeah.
that's not something we're
Do you
gonna
know
worry
how
about at the
much
moment.
I've invested in fire on this character, Spencer?
I know.
What
You
are you
took
talking
fire
about?
dance.
Fire dance, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so as you all continue into the mine, it's clear that they've mined out quite a bit more from this sort of place since you've been away. You continue down, the torch is still lit. You continue into the chamber where you fought the Zorn. That has more of the stalagmites that have been completely and utterly mined out. There's more temporary railroad tracks laid down to send the carts up for ease of use. There are tools lying everywhere. And you see a light at the other end of this chamber where clearly there's something. You see shadows moving at the end of this sort of very wide chamber.
Shadows
No.
moving.
Shadows are moving.
Okay.
Okay. Shit. Do I even have
Divination
dark
boy,
vision?
get on it. Look at stuff.
Yeah.
I can activate my eyes to see visibility, I guess.
I don't think I can see in the dark.
Yeah.
I have regular dark vision.
I mean, I can do my third eye, see invisibility, but that's about all I got for you.
God. Well,
Is there
I
not one that
ritual
gives
cast
you-
detect magic as we're
I have
going.
I have
Okay.
universal speech. I could just address whatever is in there if we think that's a
Oh,
thing.
I guess I
You
can
know
get
what?
dark vision.
Yeah, I'll just I'm a holler. I'm a holler down there. Marcus would do it. Marcus would
Do
it.
it.
And say, hey,
I love that
What-
accent so much.
yeah, he'd do something
Marcus
like
Diet.
that. Marcus would do it. Yeah, I don't know. He'd holler down there something like, hey, y'all down there causing all this mess. I reckon y'all better stop now.
The
Got a
shadows
couple-
kind
got
of
a couple folk
move
coming.
away, just leaving the light. It is no longer disturbed by a shadow. It just
No, that's all he had for now.
I'm gonna, as the
That
shadow's
seemed to have
going, I
worked.
want to send like a mental ping into it. I'm gonna be Valak, I swear to God, if that's you. Like,
That would be awkward.
you do not get a response back.
cool.
It's clear whatever it is received it, but it does not respond.
Cool.
Interesting. All right. How about shit.
Shall we go deeper, gentlemen?
Oh, no. Not before I cast Globe of Twilight.
Globe of Twilight.
Yep, I'm
It's
gonna
a
go
humble
ahead
wood
and
Fuck is
spell.
Globe of Twilight?
it's a
It's a
humble
humble
spell.
wood
Okay,
spell.
so it is
It's a pretty cool one.
centered on me, 15-foot sphere. It creates a globe of twilight sky, night sky dotted with little stars. So the area affected by the spell is lightly obscured by magical shadow. So if you're near me, we are lightly obscured.
Mhm.
Only light produced by a spell level 3 or higher can illuminate any area inside the sphere. Non-magical light doesn't function. And magical light can only produce dim light inside of it, up to 5 feet.
Mhm.
So when you cast a spell, it can designate a number of creatures to be concealed by it. That's you guys. You get Dex, stealth check advantage. And you can attempt to hide at any time while you're inside the sphere. Now, because the spell is lightly obscured, you also have disadvantage on perception outside of it. That's the drawback. But any other creature that enters the area who's not whitelisted gets disadvantage on any perception check while they're inside it.
Yep.
So we are already hidden.
Cool.
They have to try
Damn.
to find us. They can't see us.
What level spell is that?
And
Fourth.
they have to make a wisdom saving throw or be blinded if they start their turn there.
Jesus.
And don't the stars also light them up, making it easier for you all to see them?
It says clearly illuminates your enemies, but
Yeah.
there's no other mechanical effect other than just the fact that I think it's
Oh, they can't hide.
noting the fact that we can see them, but we are obscured.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I think that's
So,
a
yeah.
4th level spell.
It is a 3rd level spell.
Oh, a 3rd level spell.
I can only
Jeez.
cast 3rd level spells. That's the highest level I can cast.
Oh, damn. Okay.
That's
All
a
right.
level I don't have.
That's
I
why
have
we fairy
first,
toast.
second, and fourth.
Wait, how
Oh,
did
wow.
you even manage that?
Oh, warlocks, because they get
Warlock,
locked.
Yeah.
Because Warlock, yeah.
7 levels Warlock, 4 levels Sorcerer.
There we go.
Yep. All right.
Well, actually, I mean, you can cast 3rd level spells if I've got Fairy Toast up, so.
True.
Hell yeah.
Are we doing
guys
shots
fifth
while we
level.
walk into the room?
No. The
Just
casting
walking
of it
with the
takes
room.
10
Shots,
minutes. I don't want to
shots,
waste
shots.
it. I think Globe of Twilight is a nice thing. Yeah. That'll be good.
So
What does Marcus's casting of that look like? Okay, so that is a warlock. That is a warlock spell.
So you're getting that from the huckster.
Yeah, so let's say I kind of almost want to say that Lyla's I don't want to do playing cards, but Lyla's tome, her warlock book, her book of shadows, I kind of almost want to go with like oracle cards or like tarot cards, something like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
So like maybe his globe of twilight is like I don't know, just an illustrated little
You
card.
pull the star card and it
Yeah,
That's what I was
turns
gonna
into
say,
Yeah.
mist.
I
Mhm.
love that.
It's giving card captor Sakura.
Yes, mama.
I love.
All right. So what are you doing now that you've cast Globe of Twilight? Are you all going in to this
Well,
tunnel?
I guess I'll tell the party. With this and here up around us, it'll be a little difficult for them to see us, but should give us the advantage. So,
Oh, Marcus has tricks too. It must run in the family.
My
Chauncey,
God.
in his head, Chauncey's like, I really should tell him, shouldn't I?
we're having a little bit of fun, ain't we?
Chauncey does not have Pyramol out because we're in a volcano and it's getting hot, and he's just assuming if it likes hot volcanoes, fire won't be that great. He's flicking a yo-yo up and down in one
Yeah.
hand.
Oh yes, your famous
yo-yo.
yo-yo.
That
Right.
I've
Yo-yo
seen
is
one
the
time.
Fucking ass.
Full man mode on Marcus right now. We're probably gonna have Myth Carver out, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yep.
I like I talked to Chauncey's head. I'm like, this is the most masculine energy we've had in a long time.
I was saying that too. I was like, dang, everybody's really changed a lot in the last like 4 days.
Anyway,
Marcus really carries a lot of that for us.
He's got,
Uh-huh.
he's got the beard
Standing
coming
there
in
with a
little
sword.
bit, like he's let it grow out a little.
all right.
Wait, can wood elves grow beards?
I
This
always
one
say that
can.
elves can grow beards, but
According to D&D 24, they can't.
Yeah.
Lame.
I think that's bullshit. I feel like if
Yeah.
anything, it takes them longer to grow beards, but they can, and perhaps
It's
there's a
canon.
cultural thing that discourages them from keeping beards, like a beauty standard or something. But elves can grow beards. I'm gonna rule it.
Marcus got a hot beard.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like a Kesha beard, like an I like your beard beard.
How tall is Marcus?
5'10"?
Oh, dang, I'm taller. Okay.
We're all so small.
I'm
Oh my
6
God.
foot, so
5'10" isn't that small. Shaw is the tallest for everyone has to look up at Shawthorn.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have a short character, but you know,
You do.
he's also only
scrawny.
10.
Shawthorn's tall but
how tall is
scrawny.
Valakar?
Valakar's probably your tallest identity.
Valakar is 6'2".
Okay, so Valakar would be the
And the
tallest. Anyway,
horns and the horns.
I didn't count the horns.
uh-huh, right.
There's always the horns, yeah.
Jed says he's taller than he is because of his horns.
That adds an
No
E.
one's surprised. Anyway, so
Closest.
are you all heading into the tunnel now that you have all your magical bullshit up?
Chauncey first.
Yeah, Chauncey does also. The minute Jed talks about masculine energy, he's got a button-shaped buckler shield on his other hand. He's like, "Yeah, masculine energy." My shield is comically shaped like a
Marcus
button.
he's just gonna slap him on the back a couple of times.
I
keep on walking.
grab his shoulder and I'm like, that's what do you think I'm talking about, Chauncey?
You done good. You done good, kid.
All right. So you all begin to head into the tunnel. And you see this tunnel is kind of pockmarked with other what appear to be sort of lava flows that come dried up lava flows, leaving holes pockmarked everywhere from small rivulets to large enough for something to crawl through. As you descend a little bit, probably about maybe 40 feet in, you see a big hulking figure standing with its back to you, seeming to trudge slowly away from you. Its skin is strangely pale with a red undertone to it, but the skin becomes more and more increasingly red as it goes down to these huge hands. Oop, we lost Shaw.
Oof.
I'll keep the participants tab open as I continue describing this creature.
Poop. Yeah, but oh, here he is. He just popped in. What did he say? Oh, internet crash.
Okay. Yep,
There we
Oh.
go.
there he is.
Maybe. Mostly.
Maybe.
Somewhat.
You hear, Shaw?
Yes, maybe.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
All right.
Cool.
So the skin becomes more and more vibrant, almost fire engine red or brick red down near its fingernails, which appear to be made out of some sort of obsidian, these sharp claws. It drags its huge hands on the ground. It seems to be shaped kind of weirdly, and it turns. And its head is humanoid. It has almost the face of a baby, curly red hair all over its head. Its eyes red, rolling in different directions as it has a smile that literally almost cuts through its face, filled with sharp teeth as it turns, its eyes rolling before snapping, looking directly at you. And you hear a giggle from behind you as another one slides out of one of the tunnels and lands, sandwiching you in between in this narrow tunnel.
Okay, above
Do
game, are these magmen?
They are. Roll me a nature check if you would like.
I was gonna say,
Actually,
can I
Either
roll?
nature or arcana.
Okay.
I was just trying to remember if like my player knowledge was right. I was like, is he describing what I think he's describing? I ain't gonna meta that shit. Don't get me wrong.
Magmen?
Magmen.
Like
They're
magma men?
elementals. Yeah,
M-A-G-M-I-N.
they're literally little imps made of magma. They're little
Okay.
shitty imps made of magma.
You want to hear something crazy? I shit you not. I was reading the new monster manual and I found those and I felt so slighted because guess the fuck what? I scrolled back through my Google Photos and I found a creature that I designed in 2011 called a magmin that is identical to this motherfucker.
Yep.
Smile
And
and everything.
this was in the 2014 Monster Manual too. But
2011, motherfucker. 2011.
all right.
It was
So
mine.
what did you
They
get
stole
on
it
your
from me.
nature or arcana check? Those
I
of you that are rolling it.
I rolled it. I got a 25.
Oh, hell
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
He knows
An
what they are.
11.
You know what? I'm gonna roll it. Nature, you said?
Jed goes
Nature or
"Ew."
arcana? All right. So I guess both of you would know with a 20 and a
Marcus is a
23.
nature boy. Yeah, he knows what's going
Okay.
on out here in them woods.
These are elementals.
These woods, the volcano that we're in.
Okay, them caves, them hollers, them cracks. and
I'm
crevasses.
assuming you would have probably heard stuff from wandering druids about things. These
yeah.
are
He's a worldly
elemental
man.
spirits known as lava children.
Oh.
They are born from a volcano on the plane of fire, born out of the lava, and they worship fire elemental or fire-oriented things that are incredibly powerful, like dragons, fire gods, fire giants, things like that. They worship these things.
Mm.
And there are two of them that have sandwiched you in this hallway, and that is where we are going to end the episode. So join us next week as they have to fight their way out of this little interesting conundrum. So I will see you all in next week, and I will see the rest of you in about 5 minutes.